Hi there, welcome back to Off-Grid North Idaho. This video I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how we live off-grid. We're way up north in the very northern part of the panhandle of North Idaho. We have 4 children and the 2 of us who live in, it was a 400 square foot cabin. Just in the last couple of weeks my husband blew through a concrete wall into a lean-to to give us additional square footage in the form of a bedroom. So now we have the bedroom, and I'm going to guess that that's probably adding another 200 square feet, maybe even a little more. So we haven't doubled our size, but we've increased it a lot, and it makes all the difference in the world. I've got another video where I'll give you a quick little tour of the bedroom, but it's really, really a huge blessing. So that's the basis of the home. We have some acreage up here. We are very far off of the maintained roads, and up here county maintained means that they plow it in the winter. It is not paved. It's a packed dirt gravel road, but they do a great job. I'm hugely impressed with our county. They do a great job. So you leave pavement, you go quite a ways back on county maintained roads, and then you go many more miles back on private roads. And private roads, it's up to the owners to take care of those. And in the winter, that means snow removal. So up here on our private road at the end of the journey, we have almost a mile that we take care of ourselves. That means we have to plow the snow, blow the snow, maintain any potholes. There's only us and one other full-time family up here, and that she doesn't drive at all during the winter. So we maintain the road, and it worked pretty good last year, but we were told that that was a mild winter. So we're preparing to up that game. But that's how we maintain access in and out. But with that comes the responsibility of knowing we might not get out. We might get snowed in. That's been the situation. We've been told about it many times. There was one winter not far long ago. It dumped 4 feet in one night. They woke up and they were snowed in. None of anybody's home plows on their truck could get through that, and everybody up here was snowed in. Eventually, somebody got message out, and we had to pay the county. We didn't, but the residents agreed to pay the county to bring in the big trucks and plow many miles of the private road to get them out. So you need to be prepared for that. You need to have a food storage, you need to have all your wood, you need to have enough to get you through for the months in case you were to get snowed in and maybe you couldn't get a hold of the county. So that's our access. So we do have access in and out during the winter as long as we maintain that ourselves. For heat here in the cabin, we use wood heat. We cut the wood ourselves. You can buy it. Lots of people up here sell firewood. There's lots of good firewood to be had. And so we cut, split, stack that ourselves, maintain our wood stove. And for cooking, we use propane. We are off-grid, which up here, that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But generally up here in our county, that means you don't have access to power lines. The power lines don't come anywhere near your property. So we use a lot of propane. We use propane for our cooking. We use propane for our hot water. And we use propane. We have emergency propane heaters for backup. We do have propane refrigerators. We're not very happy with them. They do not seem to be efficient. Anytime that you're using propane to create a cooling effect, that's not an efficient use of it, the way that the system works. So we've actually switched over to a very small mini, like dorm fridge that just runs off of 110 electricity, and we run that off of solar panels. So that's where our electricity comes in. We use solar panels connected to batteries to store the solar energy, and then inverters and controllers that send that around to the appliance that we want to run. We also have generators that we can use to create electricity to also keep those batteries topped off like in the winter. And for some of our bigger of things, I have a washing machine and a dryer. The dryer takes very little electricity, but the washing machine is a hog. I got a really nice Speed Queen when we moved up here because I thought nobody's ever coming to fix it. I need something that'll last forever and can handle all of our clothes. So I got a big Speed Queen old-fashioned one with the agitator and the tub, and it takes a ton of electricity to turn that tub when it's full of water. Gets my clothes clean, but I am looking for a different system. I've got an old wringer washer kind that I'm going to try and fix. It's not working, but I'm going to try to fix that by next summer and shift over to that. So, but the generator runs those big appliances, and the main other thing that it does is it pumps water up from our well. We have well water here. We do not have to bring water in from the outside, so that's a big blessing. But the well is deep. It's almost 300 feet, and it takes a lot of electricity for the pump to pump that up. There are solar pumps available that will do that. We have not invested in them yet. The prices just keep going up, and we're kicking ourselves wishing we'd bought it before we ever got here. But we didn't know how deep the well would be. We didn't know what we would be buying. So this is what we have. It's got a 220 pump down in it, and it takes a lot of juice. So we run the generator when we need to fill up our big water tank. We have a 250-gallon holding tank here in the cabin, situated in a closet in the bedroom. And we also have a much bigger holding tank, I think it's 2,500 gallons, outside that we fill up for the livestock, and we get that out by the bucket to take care of the animals. And we also have springs on the property, and my husband he's really smart. He has made something called a Rife Ram pump, and that will actually take the water from the springs and pump it up here to the house, to the holding tanks, without using any electricity at all. So that now is just a matter of waiting for spring when we can bury the lines, because the springs are quite a ways from the house. So we have to bury pipe to pipe all that water back up here. But that should work really well. As soon as he sets it up, he's tested it out on small scale, and the Rife Ram pump works great. So those are, I think, are our basic systems. Oh, for hot water, we have a small on-demand propane hot water heater. It's very efficient. It works great. We've used them in the past in our other homes, and we just would never go back to having a tank, a big conventional tank hot water heater, whether it was propane or electric. This is super efficient, and it suits our needs just fine. And it can handle the showers. We do have a bathroom in here. We have a septic, so we have flush toilets. We have running water in the sink. We have a shower. We don't have a bathtub. I wish that we did. And if we're going to be here another year, we're going to have to get a bathtub in the house. So, but the hot water heater works just fine to meet all the needs for all those different things. So those are the basic systems, and we love it. It's great. Don't miss much about being on grid. I don't think I ever want to go back. I love the privacy. Nobody really not too many people want to live this way. So you don't have a lot of traffic out here. You don't have a lot of neighbors. And I really appreciate the privacy. The kids can run wild out in the woods, and they love it, and it's so good for them. And I don't have to worry about anything other than predators. We have big dogs, so the dogs keep the predators away. And I just feel like we have a great life. So that's how things work up here for us at Off-Grid North Idaho. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I would love to try to answer them for you. And if this is a dream of yours, I encourage you to go for it. We took a few years and kind of step by step into this, but the time came when we just had to get out of where we were. We were in one of those states that are going crazy, and we could see that it was writing on the wall. So we bought this sight unseen, and we jumped. And we had everybody told us, "You're crazy, what are you doing?" We had a friend who lived up here who came and scouted the place for us. And he actually came inside and looked at it. And he said, "You're nuts. There's no way you guys can all live in that little thing." But it's been awesome. It's been a lot of fun. We've grown a lot. Sure, there's challenges. Up until a couple of weeks ago, we had our bedroom in the middle of this front room. And we were all in here together. And it was quite cozy. But it's been good for us, and we all love it. At the end of the day, nobody wants to change too much. We want more square footage, and I want a bathtub. But other than that, it's awesome. So if you want to do this, I say go for it. I mean, before you go off-grid North Idaho, you do need to know how to stay warm and how to survive in the snow and the temps, and you need food storage and things like that. But it's totally doable. So don't let anybody tell you can't do it. I'm about to turn 50 years old, and I just made this jump last year. So if we can do it, you can do it. All right, I'll talk to you soon.